Vedic astrologer, and I'm here with another video on the solar eclipse, the first solar eclipse of the year 2021, which is happening on the 10th of June. It's a huge, huge phenomena which is occurring in the sky. And I'll be sharing in segments this about what exactly is this solar eclipse about. So stay tuned, and I will be sharing as to how this solar eclipse is going to be impacting all the 12 zodiac signs, the ascendants, the moon signs, whichever resonates more with you. And why the difference? Because this is a sidereal zodiac I'm talking about. This is not the tropical. As per tropical, it is definitely in the sign of uh, in the other sign. So it is not going to be the same. So if you want to understand the eclipse, so definitely this video is for you. You should hear what exactly I am getting at in the initial summary part. And if you really don't want to, if you get bored, then you can straight away skip this first segment and go and watch your predictive. I'll be doing the timestamps after this video is uploaded. So have patience. So let me share the screen. Through the screen share, I'll be sharing what exactly is this eclipse about and how does it look like. All right. So if you can see, there are three types of eclipses, solar eclipses, and this is the annular one. So if this is from the time and date, if you want, I will share that as well. And this is when, you will see that sun has three celestial bodies form a straight line or almost a straight line, earth, moon, sun. Then these eclipses happen. Okay. And also let me share what is exactly happening during the annular solar eclipse. So during the annular solar eclipse, if you can see, this is when moon covers the sun's center, leaving the sun's visible outer edges to form a ring of fire or annulus around the moon. So this is what is solar eclipse about. And let me tell you, it is happening on the 10th of June from 1:42 p.m. to 6:41 p.m. India time. So if you want to really see what exactly is this eclipse about, so you will, you can see it, and it is not visible in all the places. I will be sharing where all it is visible so that you can also understand that where it is going to be visible. I'll share the time and date app, the site, so that you can easily make out. Okay. Okay, sorry. Let me share with you the screen where I have made this, that you can easily understand. Okay, yeah. So the live sessions are like this, we have to, okay, here we go. So this is the annular solar eclipse. I have what I have mentioned, and there is 6 days, 13 hours, 22 minutes, 22 minutes, 20 seconds when I'm making this video. So this is visible in the places where it is going to be visible is mentioned in this site, and you can easily make out. This is going to be in US, China, Mongolia, and Europe. So this is what is the visibility, and this is a very good helpful site when you can make out where you can have all the dates, where it is happening, what is the total solar eclipse, what is the annular, hybrid also happens, what is the difference, and what are the eclipses shadows, umbra, penumbra, antumbra, all these are mentioned. So, and why this happens, I showed in my lunar eclipse video how this happens, the eclipses. And moon is far from earth when, throughout every lunar month, and how this happens only when they come in the node's axis. Okay. So these are the stages of annular solar, first contact, second contact. That is why from 1:42 p.m. to 6:42 p.m. This eclipse is going to be. And you can just check on this. It is very much visible in Europe, much of Asia, Northwest Africa, much of North America, Atlantic, and Arctic. So this is the solar eclipse, annular solar eclipse visibility. So let me share how it looks like here. If you can see, it is visible here in these places. So you should just, where the shadow is cast, that is the place where the eclipse is going to be taking place. All right. So this is what is the eclipse looking like. And now let me tell you something about the eclipse. What is the eclipse looking like in the astrological manner? So if you can see, the eclipse is happening over the Taurus sign, and it was the lunar eclipse when it was in the um, Scorpio sign. So now moon is conjunct sun and Rahu, and Mercury is also there, and the Lord Venus is in Gemini sign. And also, if you can see, it is happening in Mrigshirsha Nakshatra, where Mars is debilitated. So these are the value points that you must understand and know. Now, I must tell you that the eclipse, in the solar eclipse, any of the nodes, Rahu or Ketu, is within the 15 degrees of the sun's longitude. So this is going to be around 24, 25 degrees. That is why it is in Mrigshirsha Nakshatra. Also, it is in the uh, Navamsa of, it is in the Navamsa of Surya in Leo, where the eclipse is happening. So there is a very important part that you have to make a note of. That is that you have to be very, very focused on your goal. Don't get deviated from the goals that you have set during this time, because it is in the fixed sign. Okay, so this is quite likely that you might get into the deception because of the Rahu energy, and it can also lead to a lot of deviation from the path that you have opted for. So when the eclipse is within these degrees, then the solar eclipse definitely is going to be because of the new moon, and new moon is happening starting from June 9th, 1:58 p.m. to June 10th, 4:22 p.m. India time. All these are India time, I'm telling you. If the degrees are between 15 degrees and 18 degrees, there is a possibility of eclipse. And if there is a difference more than 18 degrees, then there is no chance of eclipse. And in case of lunar eclipse, Rahu and Ketu should be 9 degrees or less away from sun. This is a very important, and do remember, no event takes place whenever there are eclipses, not on that particular day. In case you want to understand, how to understand the lasting impact of these eclipses. So as per our classical text, it said that when the eclipses are lasting for many hours, it depends. If it is for hours, then the impact is for those many years. So that is how you can calculate. And if it is happening for, say for few, as per the moon's getting the lunar eclipse, so it is going to be lasting for those many months. So the solar eclipse will last as many years as the duration of the eclipse lasts in hours. And if it lasts for 1 hour, then the effect will be for 1 year. If it is for 2 hours, then it will be for 2 years. It is said so. And similarly for lunar eclipse, it is impacting as per the months. Also, it is said that it is happening in the um, fixed sign. So when there is the eclipse which is happening in the fixed sign, that is Taurus. Taurus is a fixed sign, and the Navamsa is also fixed, as I said. So the impact is going to be very, very strong of this eclipse. It is going to be more, it is going to be felt more, especially where it is happening in your chart. Okay. I will be sharing with you all the details about that as well. See, the affair of the house where this eclipse is happening. they will get a little disturbed. And if this eclipse is happening on your natal sun, moon, or ascendant, then definitely you will feel the impact even more. So see if you are having any planet also in Taurus or Scorpio axis, then this is going to weaken. It is going to weaken that zone, particular zone, especially. If you're running through the dasha of sun, moon, Rahu, Ketu, also Mercury, because Mercury is part of this eclipse and is forming an exchange between Venus. So it's quite likely that you will feel the impact even more when there is this eclipse happening in the Taurus sign. The Lord is, the Lord is in the Rahu Ketu axis in a way, because it is happening in the zodiac of, in the sign of Taurus, because Venus is coming to its own zone, to its own place, because it's forming an exchange with Mercury. So that is also going to be weakening that particular area. But moon is exalted, Venus is in its own zone. So definitely there are positives attached to it also. I will come to the positives also, because you will say that Vanita only talks negative. Negatives. No, but yes, I will definitely be telling you if there is an eclipse in the opposition of a natal planet, it enhances the power of that planet. Remember, it is the point of the eclipse where, this, in this case, that suffers. Okay. And transit of planets over the eclipse point will have the maximum effects regarding the significations of the transiting planet. If the planet in transit becomes stationary, right now, Jupiter is, but it is not forming a direct connection with the eclipse zones. Jupiter is not stationary, but it is moving very slow, is going towards the stationary movement. Also, we see that there is no aspect of any planet on other planet on these on the eclipse zone. So we will feel the complete impact of Taurus sign, Rahu, Moon, Sun, Mercury, Venus, Mars. Why? Because Mars is nakshatra. That is the Akrant Nakshatra. We write it off for 2 months, especially for doing auspicious stars. I must tell you, Mrigshirsha is an Akrant Nakshatra. So stay focused. Mrigshirsha means that you can go haywire, you can lose your mental stability while making decisions. So you have to be extra cautious when this eclipse is happening over the Mrigshirsha Nakshatra. Also, we must understand that it is in the Taurus sign. So there can be that you want to venture into something new, something different, and you want to basically do things which are going to give you, which are going to empower you also, which are going to give you some kind of growth in your, mental as well as financials. You are focused on the financial perspectives more, and to seek, maybe advice during this time, and then go in for the financials. It'll be actually better for one and all, because this is for the masses. It is on the mundane level that this eclipse is going to be falling in the Taurus sign, Taurus and of course Scorpio axis. So it can lead to the proportional prosperity as well as economic ruin also, because this is happening in the fixed sign of Taurus. Okay, so you will feel that you need that inner growth, towards, psychological security also, because of this eclipse in the 2-8 axis. All right, so yeah, so this is what I wanted to convey, and it can, people just keep telling me, say something about Corona also. See, this is the eclipse which is happening in the 2-8 axis, and if you can see, Saturn is also at this time in Shravana Nakshatra. So this can bring about control on this. I will not say it is going to be completely eradicated, but definitely the death rate is going to decrease drastically. So this is going to be a positive form, because it is happening in the fixed sign, first of all, and it is also Mars is in Mars is nakshatra, which is in debility, aspected by Saturn. Saturn is also, the karaka for death, which is in retrogression. Aspect of Saturn is actually very, very important to check, because Saturn and right now Saturn and Mars are in opposition. So one must understand that this eclipse has its side effects, but at the same time, it can give you some positive results as well. So just, I think, relax. It's going to be the best remedy. Don't get carried away. Be focused. Don't be hypocrite. Don't fall prey to the deception. Focus on the things that you have to do. Okay. Now, as far as meditation is concerned, or if you want to really do some chants, I think you should do the Vishnu chants. Vishnu chants are advisable, which are definitely going to help you understand your inner self better during the eclipse's time. All right. So I hope it brought some clarity about how the eclipse looks like. Okay. Now, let me share for you the sign-wise predictions. Okay. All right. So coming to Aries natives first. So for Aries, this eclipse is happening in your second house. Uh, Second house is actually, it favors you in enhancement of the acquisitions, or, your bank balance also, and some additional sources of income that you're looking at. What could be the adverse impact would be that you can have some failures in ventures. If you start off something new, it might just fall apart. And it also is having some kind of connectivity with the your Venus is also in the course in the second house. So this can in a way, because Venus is forming an exchange, so it is going to be giving you some kind of connectivity with that as well. So it's better that you plan everything carefully regarding especially regarding your financials. And this will definitely be bringing about some positive news to you as well. Okay. So definitely a positive one. And let me close the camera because you can't see the screen. All right. So this is something which is going to be positive for you in case you have to make any decisions regarding your financials. And don't get carried away in making decisions regarding your financials, or showing off to satisfy your ego. You might just take loans during this time, and you're not able to pay off those loans. Okay. So be extra careful, and you will definitely be able to sail through this phase as well. Not to worry. Okay. So do the remedy that I've given you, that is chant uh, Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaye. This is for everybody. I will not give several chants. It actually is distractive, and we should stick to the chants prescribed as per the eclipse zone where it is happening. So it's happening in the fixed sign, so you can chant Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaye. Just relax, all right? Somebody's written and somebody's not taken that back. Okay, so coming to the next sign, that is Taurus. Okay, let me share. All right, for Taurus. Okay. So for Taurus natives, if at all you have to, this eclipse is happening over your first house, so you can see that. So when it is happening over your first house, you have to be extra careful about, this. I shouldn't be saying this, but it can bring about accidents. So you have to be a little extra careful about your anxieties, your worries, and while driving, be careful, because this can lead to some kind of disturbance in your, on your mind, on your thought process. So just be extra careful while conversing with your partner, accumulating money in case you have any kind of communication gap with people. So you will actually be having some kind of clarity now, because sun is over your first house as well, and it's far from this zone. So it is definitely going to be bringing about something which is going to give you some clarity, as well as it is going to give you some kind of um, you will recognize your strengths, I would say. So in case you are feeling that you're not able to understand yourself, so this will be giving you self knowledge, self confidence, self enrichment, and you will reach those horizons where you have not been able to till now, because it's a fixed sign, and you will be getting that kind of satisfaction also, because you're now getting that positive energy and that recognition. So this is going to be like overcoming your own negatives and moving forward. So definitely, I feel that this is a positive one for you. And in case if you can see, there is your Lagnesh, which is forming an exchange also. So definitely very good for understanding people, other people. So don't be indifferent. Just try and understand people. That's the remedy for you also. And things are going to improve for sure. Okay, things are going to be getting a little better from now. So coming to the next sign, that is Gemini. Where is Gemini? See. Okay. Okay. So for Gemini natives, all right, for Gemini natives, this eclipse is happening over your 12th house. So 12th house will bring about some, introvertness. You might feel that you want to grow and develop yourself spiritually. Now, your outward expressions of psychic and spiritual activity are going to be impacting the inner you. So you will be feeling that, you will grow only when, you are going to be pursuing those kinds of energies and manifesting those energies. Maybe there are certain deceptive tendencies during this time also, because it's eclipse zone after all. So you have to take corrective and appropriate decisions and actions which are not going to fall apart, which are not going to disturb you. So you be focused. That is why I always, in the beginning also, I said that you have to be very, very focused if at all you want those kinds of energies and growth. And you can definitely come out of those fears also and manifest those desires also. Whatever desires that you are having, you will be definitely fulfilling them. I will not use the word travel as of now, because things are not looking good. So it's better that you wait for the right time in case you're feeling that kind of restlessness. So things are going to improve little, very soon, I would say. So after the eclipse, I think some kind of decisions are made, because authorities definitely start making decisions immediately after the eclipse is over, because they also take it easy, I think. So it's better that you also lie low, and things are going to improve for sure. Okay. And also this will lead to some kind of maybe the poetic you will be getting involved in some writing, poetry, and you get little restless also whenever there is an eclipse. So but yes, karmas from the past, it said they get fructified during this time. So it's good for you in case you want to be in that world which is not the material world. Then this is definitely going to be a good one for you. And in case you want to go in for some kind of seclusion and want to put your energy towards meditation, so definitely this is the time. All right. So coming to the next sign, that is Cancer. So for Cancer natives, this eclipse is happening over your 11th house. So the 11th house basically, brings about some uh, fulfillment of desires, right? Friends. And this also gives you some kind of sudden profits in case you're waiting for some new undertaking. So this is the time you will be going in for that. In case you are planning your progeny, then this is not the time. Maybe there can be some problems related to your childbirth, and it can also relate to, we can relate to complications in friendship or misunderstandings also. Maybe you will have some misunderstanding, miscommunication also. So just lie low on this day especially, and of course things will definitely improve, because there is something which is significant going to happen for you, because this is 3 6 10 11 are the zones where eclipses are not considered to be bad. So you will definitely understand your own self-worth. You will be very humanitarian. That's the remedy for you also. If at all you're not, then you should be. And you will be accepted as a natural entity in the whole universe. So definitely this is going to be a positive one for you. Also, Venus and Mercury are forming an exchange, so maybe you are going to be acquiring knowledge. You're going to be doing some expenditures on yourself. So just hold on, because Mercury is retrograde, so don't go overboard, don't get carried away, because Saturn is also in retrogression. Jupiter is going to be turning retrograde. So when so many planets are in retrogression, so you have to be really careful about your investments and making decisions also. Okay, maybe they backfire, but be careful about your childbirth, or your if you're planning your childbirth. So just be extra careful about those energies. Okay, otherwise it's a good transit. Okay, coming to the next sign, that's Leo. Share. Okay, Leo. These are live sessions, so that's the only reason the delay is happening. Okay, so for Leo natives, this transit is happening over your 10th house. So 10th house is the house of profession. Excuse me. So this might give you career advancement and social reputation also. A sense of pressure may be experienced for developing public recognition. That includes the maybe the bosses, the seniors might not be able to understand you. That can also happen. You might feel that kind of pressure, or maybe there is some change in your seniors. Maybe they are changing the department, or they are going to be going somewhere else, or there are new people coming in. So there can be some problems that you can go through. But yes, you may look for some pay increase, promotion, because it's the 10th house. 10th house transit is considered to be good. It can also maybe, your efforts are going to be paid off. So this is definitely going to be giving you positive one. So it is not that, when planets are in in these kind of zones, it's not that we completely write them off. What happens, what we tend to do is that we think that only the negatives are going to be happening, but it's not that. Positives and negatives both, we do feel the impact in our day-to-day lives. Everything is not the same. Things are going to be some in a whole day, in 24 hours also. In 24 hours you will feel that there are good things happening there, and some days are really great. So you must analyze the whole life in that pattern. So the planets cannot be completely great or completely bad. There are certain things that keep happening. Some days are really great, some months are really great, some years are really great. So all these things are definitely going to be giving mixed results. So don't go by the word that it is definitely going to be completely bad, it's going to be completely great. So you must understand that in the 10th house, you're going to be having some problems with the seniors. At the same time, you'll be recognized for whatever work you're doing. So it is going to be giving you mixed kind of results. So do not write off this transit completely. Okay. And this phenomena, in fact, completely. Okay. And also, if you can see, Venus is in the 11th house. So this is also going to be giving you some fulfillment of desires, coming across some new relations, maybe your friend circle only, you're going to be proposing somebody. All those energies are also there. But yes, investments can go haywire. You can make some wrong decisions. But for Leo natives, definitely this is a positive transit, I would say, in case they have to make any kind of decisions regarding their job change, and elevation at the place of work. I can anticipate that 100%. All right. So make sure that you follow the norms, stay focused. All right. Coming to the next sign, that is Virgo. So let me share Virgo. Okay. All right. So for Virgo, this is the transit which is happening over your ninth house. So ninth house is going to be giving you some newness to in your education system. Maybe you're going to be learning, acquiring knowledge during this time, and it is also the focus is on development of your thought process. You want to question on your religious practices, philosophical issues, morality, ethics, and issues, which are actually giving you some foundation, sense of structure. What exactly do you want? So whenever there is a solar eclipse over this particular zone, so it gives you that wisdom and truth, and you are going to be exploring. You want to explore new horizons, whatever you have not been able to till now. This is going to give you that clarity. It is not a bad transit for you. It is not a bad eclipse for you at all. But yes, you have to stay focused on what you want. Until and unless you do that, you will not be able to understand this eclipse, understand the planetary positions also. So the best would be that try and see where your sun and moon are. That is why the initial part you must hear, where I'm mentioned that sun and moon, you have to see Mars position, you have to see Leo sign, because it's happening in the Leo Navamsa. So whenever there is a combination of this in Taurus sign in your ninth house, so this means that you're going to be very fixed. There are fixations that you have to amend, you have to change. Be flexible, stay focused, but at the same time be flexible in these areas where you have to explore the new horizons. Definitely a positive transit for you. And take care of your father's health, also mother's health, because eclipses do bring about some issues, health issues to the parents. So you have to take care of that as well. Venus, being the lord of the eclipse zone, that is where the eclipse is happening, Taurus sign is in exchange with Mercury. So there is a possibility that you will have some growth at the place of work as well. Some good news coming your way. It's a positive transit for you, I would say. All right. Coming to the next sign, that is Libra. Sorry. So let me share the card. Libra. All right. So sharing with you Libra. Mhm. All right. For Libra, this moon is exalted in the eighth house, and there are planets eclipse happening in the eighth house. So as you all know, eighth house is um, it's little difficult. It's a little difficult placement, but you have to focus on sharing materials, physical or inner spheres, whatever, you have to share. Now, activation of these material assets that may be shared with the marriage partner or business associates, that's up to you. You have to be very attentive about your health also. You have to take care of your psychological or inner responses. Maybe there is some spiritual or psychic development, or there is something which is happening in your life which is going to attain that kind of um, uh, you know uh, that kind of situation you're going to be in, where you are going to understand yourself even better. Okay, there can be that you feel very restless, and you feel that there is something which is causing a lot of hiccups in whatever you're doing. That can happen, but at the same time, this is the time when you will be enjoying that evolution also. You're developing your psychic growth, so that you're working on that. So this is definitely going to be activating your investments. This is going to be maybe activating your, you know, life in a very different manner. So you have to focus and you have to understand what is happening in your life. You are the best judge. No astrologer can tell you what you are going through exactly. None of the astrologers. So if you know yourself that you are going through something which is you know, bothering you, so you have to work on that. You have to, because you have to stay focused on the good things, because it's in the Mrigshirsha nakshatra. So the moment you get deviated from the path, you get deceived, you are deceptive yourself, then the problem starts. So the best would be that pay attention to the things that are going to enhance you, grow in that area, and rather than, you know, losing out on your relationships and your own self. So this is definitely going to be a good transit, good eclipse for you if you are working on yourself in a positive manner. Okay, there's an exchange between Mercury and Venus also, so maybe some guru that you're going to be coming across during this time. The eclipses are very, you know, there is no light and then suddenly there is light after that. So that is why it is said that, you know, whenever there are eclipses, you do get that clarity immediately after the eclipses are over. You do go through a lot of turmoil, a lot of anxiety, because it's a new moon, full moon times, and whenever you know, moon is 90 degrees apart, so you feel that there is a lot of anxiety, but after that you get the clarity. So wait for that clarity, you will definitely be better off. All right, so coming to the next sign, that is Scorpio, and I've told you to do the chant, so do the chant of Vishnu, Lord Vishnu. Okay, so coming to Scorpio. Okay, so let me share. All right, for Scorpio natives, this eclipse is happening over your seventh house zone. So seventh house is partnerships. As you all know, it is going to be giving you some inclination towards human interaction, people. You're going to be progressing on personal as well as business level. You have that, you know, sense of incompleteness because of this eclipse zone, because, you know, that encourages individuals to seek an equivalent, you know, in order to enhance self-esteem. So there is a sense of incompleteness because of that. The you know, the best is that you get into that zone where you strengthen others, strengthen the relationships, and you are the people's person basically. Okay, so there can be that you are feeling very unbalanced or unrewarding, or you feel that relationships are not paying off, uh, you're not worthy of things. You do feel those, right? But at the same time, you will definitely feel better once this is getting, you know, relaxed, because sun, moon is exalted. Moon is exalted and very far from Rahu, but at the same time it is eclipsed. It is eclipsed by the sun. So whenever moon is eclipsed, so you will definitely, it's eclipse as in it's combust. So what happens whenever sun and, you know, whenever there is some kind of uh, you know, combustion, any kind of combustion, so that planet is losing the strength to sun, because sun is the only one who's combusting the planets. So if you're feeling emotionally weak, so you can feel very strong, the inner you, the soul feels very strong here. It is also applicable, not just to you, but it is applicable to your partner also. Even your partner will feel that strength, that okay, now is the time when we should be focusing on the public image, for we should be focusing on building this relationship rather than moving apart, leaving this relationship and getting into that zone where you are, you know, the relationship is falling apart. So you will definitely be focusing more on the outer you, outer world, and you will definitely be feeling uh, better with the eclipse zone when it's getting over. Okay, there's an exchange between Venus also and Mercury, so be careful about your investments and your health. lower abdominal, kidney, gallbladder, all these you have to be taking care of. Otherwise, it's a beautiful, beautiful transit for you. Do not take it otherwise, because this is your, even your Lagnesh is in the trine, though it is in debility, but it is in the trine. After all, it's the luck house, so that is supportive of you. Just take care of the conversations that you're having with people. It can go little rough because Ketu and is looking at Mars also, so just be extra careful about those. Otherwise, things are looking very good. Okay, coming to the next sign, that is Sagittarius. Okay. All right, so let me share. All right. For Sagittarius natives, this transit of Rahu, Sun, Mercury, Moon, the eclipse zone that is happening in your um, sixth house zone. So sixth house will give you some kind of focus on your personal health, on the nitty-gritties. You can be very critical about the environment you're in, or they can be that you are more focused on the relationship at the place of work, the employment environments. You definitely are paying attention to your nutritional practices also during this time. So this is a good time to initiate, if you have to, a weight loss program regime, if you have to. So this is definitely a positive one for all those things, working out, anything to do with your health. If you're focusing on your health, definitely it is a positive one. Remember, reducing work related health hazards, whether physical or psychological, can positively affect you. Okay, and your productivity also. So find the the tie the loose ends, because there are certain things which you're not able to recognize. There are things which are happening. Maybe your coworkers are finding something in you, and it's going to be it's definitely not good. So you have to understand and recognize what is happening, what is it that is going to give, for the future, it's going to ruin your image or tarnish your relationships at the place of work. So you have to be more cooperative. You have to be more improve your relationships. I would say improve your relationships. This is the time, because sixth house is, makes you more critical about people. You are more inclined towards nitpicky, and you're very fault finding kinds, and whenever the eclipse is happening in this zone especially. And when the planets are, moon is also exalted here, and sun though is good here, but it's eclipsed by Rahu. So you are feeling those energies even more with the seniors, with the co-workers. 10th lord is in retrogression as it is, and there is no good aspect also during the eclipse time. So Mars, being the Mrigshirsha Nakshatra lord, is also in the 8th house. So you have to be making sure that you take care of your health, focus on your health, fitness regime, diet, relationship, because Venus is also in your 7th house. So maybe there is a duality in relationship. Maybe you are looking for some extra partner during this time. So these you have to take care of. You don't have to get into any kind of adultery during the eclipses time. So be careful about those, because your lagna is in Papkartri. It's hemmed between malefic. So it makes you go into that zone even more. So you have to be extra cautious about those things, and you will sail through this as well. All right. And your 11th lord is in the 7th house. So definitely very good for investments. In case you have to go in for some business deals, you can do it. Let Mercury get direct, because Mercury is part of the eclipse as well, though it is not in the same degrees, but it is in the degrees closer to, it is also in Mrigshirsha Nakshatra. That's why. All right. So make sure that you don't make any decisions which backfire, right? Coming to the next sign, that is Capricorn. All right. Let me share Capricorn's chart. so that you can easily make out. Okay. Now for Capricorn natives, this transit is happening over your fifth house. All right. Rahu, Sun, all the planets are in the fifth house zone. So the focus that is um, falling is on the need to risk expressing your creativity, um, taking the risk towards your creativity. What exactly do you want to do? Explore. That's the best thing, because this is the time you can explore your inner you, the soul and the life essence, because this is the zone where sun rules after all. And sun is being under eclipse, but still it brings about the emphasis on the activities and relationships, enjoyment. So don't get overboard in all these zones. Be focused as to how you can enhance your creative energies and utilize it. It's a little problematic phase for the children, because there can be some clashes between the parent and the children. So just be careful about your ego clashes, or maybe there are, you're not able to cultivate what you want to, and you feel very, agitated, and you feel quite charged up during this time. So the best is that you don't block those negative, you don't pass on those negative vibes to your children, rather than and don't block them with those energies. So this is, no, people can't get married during the eclipse time, I must tell you, because yes, you might have some clashes with your partner also during this time. So make sure that you do not get um, carried away in your relationships, and make wrong decisions. Maybe you are very confused as to what you have to do in your relationship. You can make certain decisions which fall apart, and break this relationship also. Mars is in your seventh house, Saturn over your Lagna. You can be very, verbally, you can be quite charged up, and you can be very aggressive in your speech. So be careful about that. Drive safely if at all you are, and take care of your relationships. But yes, make the best use of your creative energies. Definitely a good one for you. Okay, if you wish to. Coming to the next sign, that is Aquarius. All right. Aquarius. All right. For Aquarius natives, this transit is happening over your uh, fourth house. So this can bring about some balancing effect on your home front. You feel comfortable, you want to relax, you have that, incentive to establish the type of home life, feels comfortable, reflects in that security. You feel like spending more time with your family. You, I think, should be more towards your parents and family dynamics, and maybe you just lie low at home. I will not say that during this time you don't do anything else, but yeah, you can be on the that the emotional needs are very strong with the family, so you can spend more time with your family. And do not get carried away in your emotions. You might feel quite charged up in your emotions also. You might get very maybe you are that memory down the road, you feel that you want to just meet your friends, you're missing your friends, your family, you're away from them. So all those energies are also quite hyped during this time. So make sure that you do not get too those emotional outbursts don't take a toll on your health. So make sure that you are quite balanced. Also, there can be that you are discussing some financials with your family members. Quite likely that you will have, of course, there is detachment with your job, with your workplace. So it's better that you focus more on wherever the eclipses are. You have to focus there. Take care of your parents' health. And in the fourth house, whenever there is an eclipse, you feel quite emotional, and you feel quite that how are you get that clarity about the people around you. Also, they are deceiving you or they are by your side. All those energies definitely are also felt during the fourth house transit of the eclipse. Okay, but yes, you will definitely be feeling that this eclipse has given you a lot of clarity about who's who, because once there is a shadow and it gets fade away, then there is, sunlight, and you get a lot of, uh, wherever there is light, you get that clarity, of course. Okay, so you will be feeling those energies even more. And Jupiter is also looking at your fifth house. Venus is already there. So good for progeny, good for children, good for childbirth, good for relationships, your romance. Very good time. But at the same time, there is a lot of emotional uh, outbursts of energy that you can be feeling. And financially also, you will be feeling those energies. Okay. Coming to the last sign, that is Pisces. Okay. Here we go. So for Pisces natives, share the screen, how the chart looks like. Okay. See, the eclipse is happening. One second. The eclipse is happening over your third house, and third house is your siblings, your neighbors, your communication, your intellect also. So self-satisfaction is likely to be achieved because third house is definitely positive transit. So whenever third house eclipse is happening, so this will give you a lot of learning experience. Now you are thinking of enhancing your learning, your skills. You are getting that professional sense, and you are maybe, articulating your ideas and knowledge. Okay, maybe in written form or in the conversational form. That is all up to you how you do it, but definitely your effort is going to be rewarded, and you're going to be aware of your personal environment and how you grow yourself. It is going to be giving you positive energy there. And if you feel that you are not able to communicate, so just lie low on that particular day. During those hours, do not shoot that email. Maybe you are going to be conversing with the people, and you're not able to get the kind of reply that you are expecting, because eclipse is for everyone. So if the impact could be just intensity could vary, but definitely it is going to be impacting everyone. So maybe you are going to be conversing with the person, you're expecting something, and the person is not giving you that weightage or that kind of response that you're expecting. So just lie low. Regarding your investments also, I think you should lie low right now. Plus minus 1 week at least, you should not go overboard in your investments also. Travel plans might get canceled, might bother you. Also, there can be that you initiate some writing of something and you're very emotional about that. Writing is the key. You should write everything down, and maybe you're feeling very detached with your father during this time. So it's okay, you have to take care of these energies, and you should recognize these energies also if you're feeling that there is something which is happening. So until unless you are recognizing your own self, you will not be able to help anybody. Okay, so let me stop share. And that's it, I think, for all the 12 zodiac signs. I hope you all have understood. And if you have not seen the first part, the summary part, then I don't think so it is going to, be understandable. This video definitely depends on the initial summary part. A lot many things I've shared. So just go back and watch. And I've made the video on lunar eclipse also. You can watch that video as well. Stay blessed, everyone, and keep watching my videos. I'll be making many more and giving you more updates also from time to time. So stay blessed and have a safe and a blessed solar eclipse. Om Tat Sat.